Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Yak Horse Racing. Today we are going to be having a little discussion about Bob Baffert. So Bob Baffert has a stacked hand this year for the Kentucky Derby, and with the Kentucky Derby getting pushed back, I think this helps Bob Baffert even more because he gets some of his not lower end, still amazing horses, some of the less known horses into contention. So today we're going to go over my top 5 horses for him currently and kind of give my opinion on them and what I see in their future. Number 5 on our list, I guess you can consider today, is Thousand Words. Out of his last start was the San Felipe Stakes, lost to stablemate Authentic, ended up finishing 4th behind Authentic, Honor AP, and Storm the Court, which was a overall stacked field. A lot of possibilities for him. Previous winner also in the Los Alamitos Futurity and the Bob Lewis. So this horse has a lot of potential, I think, and with the Kentucky Derby getting pushed back, I think this gives him a lot better opportunity to kind of get some more points because I know they were talking about possibly adding some more races for points since a lot of races have been canceled. So I think this is an open book here for Thousand Words. Alrighty, 4th on our list is 8 Rings. This horse I was pretty high on early on before the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, which is his last start out. He had, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was a month off from working at all. Came back of recent, put in some pretty good works. Previous winner of the American Pharoah Stakes, which is, I guess, his major claim to fame. Ended up not finishing in the Del Mar Futurity. But overall, I think this horse has pretty good potential. Put in some good bullet works at Santa Anita. So with this Kentucky Derby getting pushed back, I think this opens the door for 8 Rings. 3rd on our list is Charlatan. Quite impressive, personally. Didn't run as a 2-year-old, so taking the Justify route, I guess. Undefeated so far with a win in a maiden special weight on February 16th, and then on March 14th, won a allowance optional claimer. Both impressively by, I think the first one was maybe 6 lengths, and then his most recent race was about 10 lengths, if I'm not mistaken. So quite impressive, if I do say so. Possible in the future, I think Bob Baffert is in a weird place right now because I don't think he'd want to double book some of his major horses with some of the horses later on in the list here. This is going to be interesting to see, and I think this horse does have a live shot for the Kentucky Derby. Okay, number 2 on our list. I would put this horse at number 1, but the horse hasn't ran in a bit. So it's Authentic, pretty good horse, undefeated. I personally found out about this horse after it ran in the Sham, beat Azul Coast, so some pretty good competition there. Another top 3-year-old, I guess you can consider that. Had some, I guess, troubles in the stretch. Drain Van Dyke had to hold on pretty good there, but overall, I think this horse has a live shot. Probably going to go to the Santa Anita Derby, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was a top contender for the Kentucky Derby whenever we get to it. Okay, number 1 on our list, we have Nadal. This horse, very, very impressive in the Rebel, undefeated. Has won all 3 of its races, obviously. And its last race in the Rebel was impressive. This horse has a good upside. I mean, obviously he's probably going to go to the Arkansas Derby, being that he just ran at Oaklawn. So I'm high hopes for this horse. So with Baffert having such a stacked deck, I'm going to make a couple predictions here and say where I think some of his big runners are going to go and try to get into the Kentucky Derby. So for the Santa Anita Derby, I have Authentic here and 8 Rings as well. As the last few years, this has been a Bob Baffert staple. I just think 8 Rings fits in here as well as a possibility, but Authentic as a definite here. Arkansas Derby, I have Nadal as a lock almost, and also I could see Charlatan going there. Um, you'll see what I think Charlatan will do, but I could also see the Arkansas Derby as a possibility. So for the Wood Memorial at Aqueduct, I understand it was delayed and has been pushed back, but I still think they will run it eventually. And I think Thousand Words will end up getting shipped out to New York and running in the Wood. He has been rumored in a couple articles I've read to be going there, so I will agree with that and say good opportunity to kind of solidify Thousand Words standing as a contender. So this is kind of my off the wall pick, I guess you can consider it. I think Charlatan will end up going to the Toyota Bluegrass Stakes. It has been rumored that he will go to Arkansas, but I think Bob doesn't. I don't think Bob would want to stack some of his major talent in the same race. That's why I think he moved Nadal to Arkansas for the Rebel and the Arkansas Derby in the future. So I doubt he will put Charlatan in the same race as Nadal for the Arkansas Derby. So I understand Bob. I'm not 100% sure whether he has sent a lot of horses to the Toyota Bluegrass, but I think he will send Charlatan there to realize that it's a great opportunity to get him into the Derby. Because I know in previous years the Toyota Bluegrass hasn't been, at least I know last year, it wasn't a major producer of a top runner for the Derby. So it may be an easier field to kind of ease Charlatan into top competition. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please feel free in the comments below to leave your opinion on what you think Bob will do with these horses. I just think this is a wild opportunity here for Bob with all these great horses, and I'm very curious what he will do. Yeah, so please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and yak out.